Hey guys, my name is Hashim and this is Dr. Tell Me Why, a medical health channel where I explain the science behind healthy living. And today I wanted to talk to you about Aducanumab, Biogen's new treatment for Alzheimer's disease and the controversy surrounding it. Biogen's Aducanumab, shelf name Aduhelm, is the first treatment to be approved by the FDA for the treatment of Alzheimer's disease in over 20 years. 20 years! At the time of its approval, many, including myself, expected the news to be greeted with celebration. Perhaps a small victory against a truly devastating disease that affects over 6 million Americans today. Instead of celebration, however, the FDA was met with a firestorm, and then there were the string of resignations at the FDA's 11-member independent advisory panel. And for good reason. Not a single member of the 11 members of the advisory panel voted in favor of approving Aducanumab. In fact, 9 members voted against and 2 members abstained. One of the panel's key members, Dr. Aaron Kasselheim, went on later to write that the FDA's approval of Aducanumab was the worst drug approval decision in recent US history. So what's all the fuss about? Aducanumab acts through targeting and breaking down beta-amyloid plaques in the brain. These are the same plaques that are believed to be responsible for much of the cognitive decline observed in Alzheimer's. And while there is a substantial amount of evidence dating back to at least 2016 that Aducanumab does in fact break down these amyloid plaques, there is very little evidence thus far that this translates into reducing or improving the cognitive decline of people living with Alzheimer's. In fact, Biogen has failed to demonstrate Aducanumab's efficacy in several clinical trials. There have been in the past several drugs that were able to clear beta-amyloid plaques from the brain. None of these drugs, however, were able to illustrate cognitive improvements in clinical trials. And Aducanumab's fate could very well be the same. Despite having been approved by the FDA, there is very little evidence that it will, in fact, help patients. And research scientists have other cause for concern. Biogen's Aduhelm may in fact be too unsafe. 42% of patients in one clinical trial experienced brain swelling or brain bleed shortly after taking their first dose of the drug. This seems to largely agree with what Biogen itself said in a statement, that it could take at least 9 years before they are able to prove that clearing out the beta-amyloid plaques would lead to a reversal of the cognitive decline that is observed in Alzheimer's. So, why did the FDA approve a drug without sufficient evidence then? One word: prevalence. Alzheimer's is ranked as the 6th leading cause of death in the United States, and Alzheimer's deaths are only expected to increase as the world population continues to age dramatically in the next 20 to 30 years. And so the FDA disregarded the opinion of its independent advisory panel and experts in the field to approve Aducanumab under the Accelerated Approval Pathway, or the AAP. The AAP okays drugs that fill unmet needs when there are no other drugs available for that condition. However, it does not guarantee that a drug is likely to have clinical benefits. So, did the FDA jump the gun? I'm very keen to hear what you guys think. Tell me in the comments below. Personally, I think it's high time that we revisit the beta-amyloid plaque theory, beta-amyloid plaques being the root cause of the cognitive decline that is observed in Alzheimer's. So many treatments have targeted beta-amyloid plaques, and some were very successful. However, none were able to reduce the cognitive decline or reverse the cognitive decline. Some scientists have already pointed out that there may be other, more obvious pathways or disease models that we have perhaps ignored, even though they may be staring us right in the face because of our collective obsession with beta-amyloid plaques. So it might just be time to move on. All science moves on, I guess, at some point. Before you guys leave, there is a follow-up statement from the FDA that I think I'm obliged to read to you. So here we go. In a statement, the FDA said it anticipated an expectation of clinical benefit from the drug's approval, and that it believed that the benefits of Aducanumab for patients with Alzheimer's disease outweigh the risks of the therapy. The FDA also said it would require the manufacturer, Biogen, to conduct further clinical trials to verify the drug's safety and efficacy and could remove it from the market if it proves ineffective. If you enjoyed this relatively short video, then I think you might enjoy some of my longer videos. Make sure to check them out, and if you end up enjoying them too, then make sure to subscribe to the channel for more weekly videos just like this one.